Hello and welcome, my soul tribe. So, we are going to get some energies. There's been this outpouring of loving messages and loving energy coming through this morning when I was just kind of pulling cards. So, I thought that we would do a little reading on that and then also, possibly move it to the extended and just get a little further into the energies. And that will be available in my extended videos only link in for my Patreon membership. Okay, and those of you that are already Bloom Patreon members, you of course have access to the extended videos. So remember, these are collective and general. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never take anything that doesn't resonate with you. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. You're a powerful creator. You shift your timeline with your free will choice. Now, it's been interesting. The love energies lately have been quite complex, very motivated by free will, very much self-evolution based. So people are shifting and changing. Dynamics are shifting and changing a lot right now. So when this beautiful love, kind of love energy came through, it's like, oh, this is quite nice. So this is for someone who's feeling this way about you, okay? We have hopeful, optimistic, expectant, and full of faith. So they feel like the seeds they have planted within this dynamic, within your connection, they're growing, okay? They also feel like you are too as a person. They feel like they are. They feel like there's a lot of beauty that is coming from the time and energy that they spend with you, or the influence that you kind of have on them, right? What you're building and creating and growing, and how you're inspiring each other, even if it's humble, even if it's small, because you see there's just like those tiny plants, right? This person is patient, they're dedicated, they are taking the time to plant those seeds, and they're hopeful. They feel quite hopeful. Okay. We also have inspired. They're moved, stimulated, and challenged by you. Okay. So this person might have these moments of clarity, these moments of kind of like divine downloads or realizations, right? If they're artists or creatives, or even if they're not, they could be feeling more creative because of you, because of your connection, because of your dynamic. And they're wanting to express that. They're wanting to channel that energy and their feelings into something physical, into something that they can create with. This person here is writing music, okay? And you look like his hair's all tousled and looks like he's been up all night. Like, there's definitely that sort of energy coming through. And then we have the love, intimate, passionate, committed, romantic. And we have that couple there, embracing each other and watching the sunrise. Could be the sunrise or the sunset. It just kind of depends on what's kind of happening within your dynamic. But this is so beautiful, this energy that is coming through. And we have kind of in the past the Eight of Swords energy. So you both might have been stuck in your head, stuck in certain situations, just kind of felt that you were, your ego was holding you back, or your thoughts were holding you back. This person could feel that way. You could feel that way. You could have been mirroring that energy to each other, right? Where you both were kind of at a standstill. You both were overthinking. You both were making assumptions. You both were in your insecurities, right? So that could have been something that was mirrored, within this dynamic. But when we clarify hopeful, we have the world. So wow, you have opened up this person's eyes to the beauty within the world, right? They are really going through a shift. It almost feels like a shift in their timeline, their consciousness, their frequency, where they are viewing their life. They're viewing the world around them in a different way. Maybe before, with that Eight of Swords energy, they felt stuck and they felt trapped and they felt like all they saw was the negativity in the world. But you've opened up their eyes to the beauty in the natural world, the beauty and the simplicity. The other message coming through with the hopeful energy in the world is they're hoping that you both are working towards healing a cycle. Like, could be that Eight of Swords cycle where you're stuck in your head, you're overthinking, right? You're making assumptions, you're stuck in fear, right? You're stuck in the shadow energy. They could be very hopeful that that cycle is ending here and that you're coming into some sort of beautiful union, some sort of beautiful completion energy, right? That you both are going through this rebirth, not just in your connection, but within yourselves, within your energy, within your perspectives. Like, you're maturing here. Okay. That's what's coming through with this World card. But there's such a sense of you know, there's magic in the relaxation, because you see, like, she looks pretty relaxed here, but if you look closer, there's magic around her. There's magic that she's creating. So that's her frequency. That's your frequency. You might have helped this person realize, you know, the influence that they have, or help them learn how to work with energy, right? Work with their frequency, manifest. But again, she's wearing like a very earthy colors. There's a sense of humbleness here, humbleness, the power and beauty that's coming through, right? But it's like almost like she's sleeping and she's creating this magic within her sleep. So there's also a sense of peace that I feel this person is feeling within this connection, even if you are at a distance from each other, where that you both can rest, you can focus on other things, and your dynamic is still it's still growing, right? It's still, yes, you're nurturing it, but it's still, it doesn't require your attention 24/7, right? Like there's this sense of being able to relax into this, being able to trust a little bit more. That's where this person is coming from, where there's been a lot of healing within this dynamic. Now, when we look at the inspired energy, you know, how you inspire this person, it's strength. Okay, and how gorgeous is that? You know, it could be that your dynamic, your connection, your relationship, your marriage, you know, whoever you're watching this for, you know, your friendship, even, like, you've been through so much together, right? And you've inspired each other. Maybe you've held each other through, you know, really fearful times in your experience, or you've overcome addictions, you've overcome maybe some toxic cycles. Maybe this person has observed you dealing with energies that are very egoic, and you being able to balance those out and bring peace, almost like, you know, it's this almost like this maternal energy, but I'm more so getting like a goddess energy, where like you could come into a situation where there was a lot of fear, there was a lot of um, maybe distrust, and people trusted you. They trusted you, and they have had faith in you, and this person has observed like how you transform the lives of others, how you show up in this very calm, grounded, beautiful energy, right? With that lion energy too, it's like how you have kind of, you know, it's not like you have slayed your demons. You have balanced them out. You have listened to them. You've had compassion. You've had the courage to sit with your fears. You've had the courage to sit with parts of yourself and listen to what they have to say, rather than rejecting them as not a part of you, or rather than, you know, judging, right? This person has seen you sit in a non-judgment space and hold compassionate space for others, and it has really changed their life. Okay, it has really inspired them. Also, it could be your energy with animals, right? Your energy with nature. This person sees you as a magical person. Like, you're like a muse to this person, you're like a teacher to this person. They're just kind of in awe of you. But also, I feel like you have given them courage to stand in their peace, in their harmony, in their confidence, to face, you know, their fears, to temper and balance their ego, right? So it's the courage and the strength that you have is it's legendary. It's incredible. Like, it's unlike anything this person has seen before. And so you've inspired them. You've inspired them to write. You've inspired them to create here, right? It's beautiful. And they feel your great balance between like this calm, harmonious side, but also this wild, instinctual energy too, right? And then we have love, romantic, intimate, passionate, committed. So I feel like you have been with this person through some incredible changes, because clarifying that, we have the death card. Maybe it wasn't even you were involved in the situations where they had to kind of be in the middle of it, right? The middle of the chaos. So they had to handle things, because you see those horses are running around him. You can't quite reach each other, right? But you were there. You were there holding space. You were there energetically. You were there in spirit. You were there in ways maybe you don't even know. Okay. But also with this love and the death card that's coming through here, this transformation. Again, you've been with this person. You know, there's this sense of loyalty coming through here, and dedication to each other. But I think this person feels like they've been able to share anything with you, talk with you about anything, and it's been met with love and compassion, or it's been met with a safe space, right? I also get there could be loved ones on the other side bringing the two of you together, because you do have this beautiful, love for each other, this beautiful energy. But I feel like for many of you, especially again, if you've been together for a long time, you've been through a lot together. You've been through grief together. You've been through celebration together. You've been through so much. I mean, look, they're holding each other's shoulders there, and they're also holding hands there. It's like, I've got you. There's so much respect here too. Okay. Even if things at times were at a distance, there has been so much respect where there has been transformation and change. And it's like you're like, I'm not going to face your challenges for you, right? But I will walk with you, and I will encourage you, and I will hold space for you, right? That was kind of you didn't take this person's power away. You didn't rush in and be the hero, right? What you did instead was like, I'm here, with you through these challenges. And I feel like it's been both ways. I feel like you have both done that for each other. Now, the outcome energy here is the Ace of Swords. There's going to be a clear expression of communication, a breakthrough, a victory, a success. Okay. And we're going to dive deeper into that, into the extended now. But this is absolutely beautiful. So if you are leaving me here, I hope this brought you a lot of love and inspiration, and helped you appreciate yourself, and like appreciate this connection, because I feel like it's kind of on another level. Again, I feel like this is a pretty positive connection, or it's at least it's a connection where things are going in the right direction. It feels like that, right? You may have been stuck in a cycle, but you're moving out of that, and you're moving toward clarity with Ace of Swords. There's going to be maybe even a clear confession. We're going to get into that. So receive what aligns, release what doesn't. If you want to see the extended, that'll be available, extended videos only, linked in my description box below. Take the best care of yourself. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.